He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress, I shall not be shaken. Psalm 62:6. Greetings to you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. 6 ICC Physics, Unit 7, Magnetism. Before we get into this new lesson, let us learn some new words related to this topic. Magnetism. 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 Magnetite. 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 Magnesia. 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 Magnetic. 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 Alnico. 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 Iron fillings. IronFillings. Iron fillings. Lodestone. 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 Magnetism, magnetite, magnesia, magnetic, alnico, iron fillings, and lodestone. Magnetism. In this lesson, magnetism, we are going to learn about magnetic and the properties, and also about magnetic field. Let us see what is a magnet. A magnet is a material or object that produces a magnetic field with a north and south pole. And what is magnetism? Magnetism, it is an invisible force that pushes or pulls magnetic material. Now let us see the story how they discovered magnet. The ancient Greeks probably knew that magnetite, an iron ore mined in the province of Magnesia, attracted iron. The scientist Thales of Miletus, who lived nearby that Magnesia, may have been the first Greek to study about magnetism. So the term magnet was derived either from the place Magnesia or from Magnus. Magnus is the name of a shepherd who supposedly discovered magnetism when the iron tip of a stick, which he uses for the ship to make the ship to move, and the nails of his shoes stuck to some rocks containing magnetite. So in Magnesia, in ancient Greece, there lived a shepherd named Magnus. One day he was looking after his sheep in the hills. All of a sudden, he felt a mysterious force pulling his iron staff from his hand. Even the iron nails on his sandals were pulled out. So this is the way the magnet was discovered. Now let us see some examples of magnetic materials. Before that, we should know what is magnetic materials. The materials or the substances that are strongly attracted by a magnet are called magnetic substances. Iron, cobalt, nickel, and their alloys are magnetic substances. Some compounds of iron, cobalt, and nickel are also attracted by magnets. Now let us see what is non-magnetic material. The substances that are not attracted by a magnet are called non-magnetic substances. So some examples are wood, paper, water, copper, glass, gold, silver, rubber, plastic, stainless steels, and leather. So just substances, they never attract the magnet. So they are called non-magnetic materials. Magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Magnetic material means materials that are attracted towards a magnet. Non-magnetic means materials that are not attracted towards a magnet. So now let us see what is a magnet. A magnet is a material or object that produces a magnetic field. An object which attracts other object made of magnetic material is also called a magnet. So we have seen about a magnetic field, and this magnetic field is invisible because but is responsible for the most notable property of a magnet, a force that pulls on other ferromagnetic materials. We'll be learning about this in the higher classes. So a magnet is an object that attracts iron and few other metals, and it is a property of a magnet. The first property is it attracts iron and few other metals. Magnet attracts steel because it contains iron. So there are different types of shapes of magnets, and some are like bar magnet, and some are U-shaped magnet, and some are thin and flat magnet. And you have to note that the second property is all about the poles of a magnet. There are two poles of magnet, one is south pole, another one is north pole. So south pole and south pole, that is like poles, they will repel each other. Repel means they will not attract, they will move away. But the opposite poles, when you bring a north pole and a south pole, they will attract each other. That is, unlike poles attract each other. Now, about the properties of magnet, the first one, all magnets have two poles, that is north and south pole. And the second property is a directional property, that is, which is used to show the direction. When a bar magnet, you can see in the screen, when a bar magnet is freely suspended, all magnets point to the north. Wherever it is rotated, it always comes to the direction north, which is a directional property. The directional property of magnets has been of great importance in history. In ancient times, it was difficult for sailors to find the way when they were far away from land. So, this made long sea voyages difficult and dangerous. So, about 1000 years ago, natural magnet began to be used for navigation. A piece of natural magnet called a lodestone would be suspended on a board a ship to find the north direction. This gave rise to the magnetic compass, which is used even today to find the direction. You can see the magnetic compass in the screen, and this is used to find the direction. Now let us see about the forces between magnets. Any two magnets exert force on each other. This can be seen with the help of a few simple experiments. From these pictures, you can come to the conclusion that magnets exert forces on each other. That is the first thing. Second thing, these forces may be attractive. And third one, as we all know, like poles. Similar poles repel each other, and unlike poles attract each other. And test for a magnet. Suppose you have a piece of a metal and you want to find out whether it is a magnet. It would appear that you can do this easily by checking whether it attracts a small piece of iron. If you want to check whether the metal is a magnet, you can check it by bringing a small piece of iron near to it. However, even if there is some attraction between two, you cannot be sure as to which of them is a magnet. So a surer test would be to take the piece of metal you want to test close to a magnet, place the two magnets in contact in different position. If there is a repulsion between them at some position, you can be sure that the piece of metal you are testing is a magnet. So only repulsion between a specimen and a magnet allow us to conclude that the specimen is a magnet. Now let us recall what we have learned. Iron, cobalt and nickel and many of the compounds show magnetic properties, and these are called magnetic materials. Magnets are usually made of iron ore of alloys containing cobalt, nickel, aluminum. And third one, the magnetic properties of a magnet appear to be concentrated at the poles near the ends of the magnet. A magnet which can rotate freely comes to rest along the north-south direction. The fifth point, a magnetic compass is used to find the direction. Thank you.